Hi everyone, welcome to Sports Jazz. Josh and Isaac. We are back. Sorry, we had a technical issue, but yeah, it looks like we are back. We are back. We lost a bit of volume. I mean, we're all on mute. So I don't know if everything is okay now, but I believe everything is
We're
fine now.
actually not on mute. You can actually clear this by saying
Okay, YouTube
YouTube was
glitch.
muted.
YouTube glitch. But yeah, we are okay. We're okay now. I can confirm that we are very, very fine. Guys, we're good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can confirm, yeah? Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
I can confirm at least from this side.
You can
We are all
confirm
set.
we're good?
Yep, I am. I can confirm. Let me see.
Cool.
Just a minute.
Same from my end. Yeah, I can say that we're live.
Yep, we are set. We are good to
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah,
Once
yeah,
again,
yeah,
thank you so
yeah,
much
yeah.
for tuning in, Josh
Thank
and
you,
Isaac.
peace.
Again, oh, Peace,
Thank you,
Peace left us.
peace.
She's the one that trolled us. By the way, Aziz, Peace is
Exactly.
a huge Liverpool fan, but every
No
time
Yes,
she
no
problem.
drops
more.
a point, every time she
Give us,
drops, every time she drops a comment, she's trolling.
at least this one
Whether it's
was
in
for
good
us.
I
faith, whether it's in
agree.
bad faith, she's always trolling.
At
I
least this
agree
one
with
was
that.
for us to change the silent disco, which we have
Actually,
done so.
that's how I came and for I found you guys. Josh,
Talking,
Josh
talking about
speaking
peace.
about Liverpool, and
Yeah.
I just had to go down and troll you guys.
There she goes. Clear now. The party is for all.
Yeah, 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 yeah. We're back. We're back. We're back.
Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Isaac Aziz in the building. Special guest Josh also is in the building. And let's roll. Let's roll. Let's roll. Peace. Thank you for that was a disaster, Josh. But yeah, Josh, we had talked about this briefly, but I mean, let's have a go at it. The future of Manchester United: Ahmad, Kobe, Lenny Yoro, Ganacho, still 20 years. Ahmad 22 years, Lenny Yoro 18, and Kobe, who just made 19 years a few weeks ago. I know you don't agree with Ganacho. You might not agree with Ganacho being in this conversation, and you've given your reasons over time. But real quick, Josh, in 2 minutes,
No, I do
is the
agree
future
with
is
Ganacho.
the future bright? And do you think with Amorim now at Carrington, now the head coach, are the boys going to come? I mean, by the end of this season, are they going to be firing? Ganacho already has the most goal contributions. Ahmad with 9. Actually, no, yeah. With these, of course, overall it's Bruno Fernandes. But in this bracket, these four boys that we've mentioned, Ganacho has 10, and Kobe has 9. So in 2-3 minutes, Josh.
First of all, you should know that it is very exciting times that Ruben Amorim finds himself in at Manchester United. Much as we've had a couple of players who have been at the club for a while, now he
Yeah.
can get fresh legs, he can get fresh talent to come through at the club without even buying them. United has, in the recent past, started to produce very amazing talent, of which is Ahmad and Ganacho, who were both into the academy setup of the club when they were 15, 16 years old. And now they have made a mainstay at the club. Players like Kobe Mainu have also come through the academy, and now they are mainstays at Manchester United. In the summer, we did go for a very young centre back, but this young centre back, Lenny Yoro, is the best in his age bracket in that position. So I mean, it was a very good purchase at that time. But you must know that Manchester United and Manchester United's under 18s are doing so well at the moment that they have 100%.
Chido, Obi Martin. Yeah, Aziz, very soon you're going to have a taste of that boy. Very,
Yeah,
very soon.
they are doing wonderfully. That they have 100% record in the 10 games they've played so far, and we have just beaten Chelsea, Liverpool, and Arsenal to the signature of a very young English talent called Emmanuel Zero, who is 16 years old. He's a winger. He's very good. He's spoken over very highly, and the setup for young talent is there at Manchester United. Reason a player like Chido Obi Martin threw in the towel at Arsenal and opted for Manchester United because he believed in the project that would give him an opportunity to flourish in the Premier League as
He
opposed
believed
to
in Ten
Arsenal.
Hag.
Yeah. He did believe in Ten Hag too. He did believe in Ten
Very
Hag
good.
too because
But
Ten Hag is a
after
very
speaking to
good.
Ruud Van
Ten
Nistelrooy
Hag
also
is
is
a
one of the
very good
players
manager
that
too.
convinced him to join.
Yeah, Ten Hag is a very good
Sorry, the
manager too.
managers, not
So
player.
yeah,
Van
it's
But
okay
now
Nistelrooy is
they
for
are
him
no,
to
also
have
they are
believed
no
was
in
also
him.
part of the
longer.
whole setup. Speaking to him, well,
Yeah,
none
but
of them. Josh,
So he has a future.
yeah, but you see, when you're at Manchester United and you're seeing that, I mean, when you're at Arsenal and you're 16 years old and you're looking at Manchester United and you're seeing Kobe Mainu, you're seeing Garnacho, you're seeing Amad Diallo, you're seeing all this talent come through the ranks, then you think that you're not far behind if you make that move. At Arsenal, the last player he had seen in over 2 years to have come from the academy was Nwaneri. Nwaneri debuted at 15 years old and he never played any football for the next 2 years. So he didn't want to put himself in that position and they moved on to Manchester United. But speaking of Garnacho, Alejandro Garnacho is a very good talent. I think he has the chops to be a world beater. I actually once compared him to a player like Vinicius Junior because
Stop it there. No. Stop it
yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I did.
Let me
Yeah,
just
this
give
is
you a start. Let me
yeah,
just
this
give
is
you a start and then
yes,
decide on what you just said right now.
yes,
Garnacho has the worst dribble success rate in the whole of the
exactly.
Premier League this season,
Yeah, yeah.
which is 21%. And
I
the
was
way,
out of that is 37 dribbles
I was
attempts,
actually
and he
getting
has
there.
only 8 completed. So
I
don't
was
even
getting
put him
there.
in that same level.
No, I was getting there, but the point that I'm trying to make in comparison with Garnacho, I mean with Vinicius Junior, is not the talent of the player you see today. My comparison with Vinicius Junior is the struggles that Vinicius Junior went through at Real Madrid for 2 to 3 years before the finished article that we see today manifested. So that is how I speak of Garnacho because he has the
So
talent. But Garnacho has so many weaknesses, including that dribble. He
let
actually can't
me
dribble. He just runs
let
decision
me
through
making
throw
his
is
in a
his.
question for you. Let me just throw in a question for you.
yes.
Yeah,
Are you ready to see Garnacho the whole of next season, game in, game out, like every game? Are
I
you
am.
ready to see?
I am because
No,
I believe he's going to improve. Josh calls him a
no.
bench player, by the way.
I
Josh,
am
yeah,
ready.
Aziz will come. Let's continue. Let's
Yes,
continue.
I am ready for Garnacho to come off the bench, and during that period, he will hone his skills and maybe become a better player. So we shall have that better player. But Garnacho still has weaknesses in his game. He's just 20 years old, but the future looks bright for him if he can only listen to the right people around him, that is his manager, and not listen to the outside noise that might be inflating his ego and making him feel like he's a player that he's not. Um,
All
other
right,
than
thank you,
that,
thank you.
other than that, I know that Ganacho is lacking in decision making. He's very poor
Sorry,
at the
guys.
decisions he makes on the pitch. He is a very poor dribbler of the ball. He has the worst dribble, not in the Premier League, over footballer. He has the worst
Josh,
dribble.
come on,
He
don't make
just
it look
runs
that
with the
worse.
ball. I call him a headless chicken every now and then because I mean, Ganacho would get the ball and just run with it, until
I think
the pitch
his
has
major
ended.
problem is decision making.
You can't say
That's the
that
only
he's made.
problem that I see with him.
Yes,
You can't call it an only
But
problem
he
because it
runs
is
and
the
he's
major
always in
problem.
position.
It is the
He's
major
always in
problem.
he runs into positions, receives the ball, but he likes feeding on the
He should go and
he
run
likes more than
at the
two, three
Olympics
touches.
for Argentina. if you're saying that he runs, for a footballer, the decision making is the major part of your game. If you cannot make the right decisions, you won't know when to run, you won't know when to pass, you won't know when to sprint. So I mean,
No, actually, he knows how to sprint. He knows how when
He
to,
knows how to sprint.
to open.
He runs
but
into
he doesn't
position.
know when to pass. That I can agree with you.
Thank you.
This is the decision making final third.
That's the only problem with Garnacho.
That's the only problem.
Final third decision. He runs, gets the ball, gets into position.
The only problem,
passing, shooting, he gets confused.
The only problem you say he has is
what matters
major
most.
problem that he has. You see,
do you know he started 10 games this Premier League and won only one?
Yeah. And
yeah.
Yes, and actually, whenever you see him start, I am not confident that we shall win the game because it's going to be very wasteful. Garnacho is part of the players that ended Eric Ten Hag's stay at Manchester United because every game we would create about 18 chances, and unfortunately, Garnacho would have 16 of the 18. So I mean, you're not going to score goals if Garnacho is the one with those chances. But I hope that Ruben Amorim can make things turn around for him and turn him into a better player. He's bit of a headstrong. He has a bit of a headstrong personality, and he doesn't look like he's the easiest player to deal with. But I hope that Manchester United can keep the player for a while because by say 23 years old, this guy should be the finished article. It's just a problem for me to see at the moment because I see that he cannot fit into Amorim's style of football because he does not have a football brain.
No, I think he fits into. I think he fits. He's harsh. That's perfectly. Harsh. That's harsh from Josh.
Very perfectly.
Perfect. No, he's been lost every time that he has played under Amorim. He's been lost.
No, you know one thing I've just said. The only thing that he doesn't know is the decision making when to give the pass. You know.
Now, Aziz,
did you see Nottingham Forest? He was even giving out crosses.
I know.
I was so surprised.
Because he's losing his position in the side. So I mean, he's looking at it this way, and Amad Diallo is shining because he's a team player, and you are an individual player with an inflated ego of Cristiano Ronaldo and the skill set of Sean Wright Phillips. So there's no way you're going to be able to play football and
that's very
you at the club.
No,
Josh, that is harsh. That is harsh.
It is not. That is how we play.
You're going to see the double standards when he's talking about Rashford. You're going to see the double standards when he starts talking about Rashford.
Fortunately, Rashford is not among the four.
you're going. No, we are going to come to that. We are going to. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Josh, Isaac, and Aziz. Aziz, your take on Rashford? Sorry, on Garnacho.
Garnacho, actually. You know, that's the one thing. I agree with a lot of things what Josh said, but one thing I don't agree with him is he has a very good IQ when it comes to opening spaces, running away from the defenders. And that is half the part of that is half the effort. Like, you know, I can say that is 50% of as a forward, what you're supposed to be doing, opening chances, you know, creating chances for yourself. And Garnacho does that very well. You saw the Nottingham game. He was in the right position at the right time to, you know, finish it off. You know, and you can't say a player like that with the IQ of understanding there might be a chance of that ball. You know,
movement. He understands movement. He understands positioning.
Exactly.
But the only problem is his end product in the in the box, Josh. That's the only problem I see with him. He can run, he can sprint, you know.
The finishing, I can give him a 30% or 40%.
Now give him a 45%.
Yeah, you know, his finishing is not that good, but
he needs to work on that.
And I believe on to pass.
Yeah,
that I can give him a 20%.
Yo, Garnacho, I don't know. Everything about Garnacho cannot make 30%.
Oh, come on, Josh, man.
Josh,
Yeah,
Josh,
He's
let me
tripping.
ask you. Let me
technically,
ask you.
technically is
He's,
Okay,
lacking.
no, no, no. I
Technically is
have a
lacking.
very good question for Josh. Josh,
Yes.
yeah,
would you take Sancho right now?
No.
very
Exactly.
good.
This is what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
This is what
No.
I'm
Very good.
telling you.
I would take
You
Sancho.
rather have Ganacho.
Yeah. Yeah. I would
Yeah,
rather have
exactly.
Ganacho.
Okay, no
Because
problem.
Ganacho, you know why? Because Ganacho is a player I can wait for. Ganacho is a player that I hope that a manager, whatever, can put his arm around him and instill some football knowledge in him. I believe that he will grow, he will
Now, Josh, why
mature
did you say
and
that?
change
At least
his
you could have
attitude.
said the negative bit, and you say, but with
See, you
Amorim,
jacked me. You jacked me.
anyhow, sports gen. Yo, guys, yeah,
So
of course there are four
Garnacho is
players.
better than Sancho, but he doesn't
That
have
is also a stretch,
football IQ.
but
So you're
I would
telling me
prefer
Sancho.
Ganacho
What
to
is Sancho? What is Sancho? So you just described to me what is Garnacho and the
is.
level you've put him. And now
Yes.
what is Sancho? Can you explain
Sancho
to me?
is a player. Sancho is a player who is a very technically gifted, but he's such a lazy player. His attitude is not for football. You cannot win in this modern. If Sancho played football in the 90s or in the early 2000s, he would have flourished because football then was about your technical ability and the things you can do on the pitch to beat an opponent. But
Well,
right now, football is so demanding. Your attitude
well,
has to be right. Your
he has six
mentality
goal
has to be right.
contributions right now.
Even
Sancho
goal
has 6 goal
contributions.
contributions right now. One goal against Spurs, goal against Southampton, and the rest are all assists against Brighton, West Ham, Bournemouth, and some
And
other
he
teams he
has a
played
man
with
of
in
the
the
match
Conference League.
award.
I think twice, by the way. I know that
Yo,
shows how awful.
can you believe the whatever the Premier League? They awarded Sancho a man of the match award
Because of
after
the assist,
Christopher
right?
Nkunku scored a goal off the bench. But Sancho had assisted Nkunku. So why would they award
He's
Sancho?
English.
And the goal was a well
I'm
taken
kidding. I'm kidding.
striker's
That is not
goal
correct.
that Nkunku scored.
But yo, yeah,
The
let's look
Premier
at
League
other
is
players.
crazy.
Aziz,
I'm
I
saying
was
right now, I haven't understood Josh
uh,
about this Garnacho take because it doesn't make sense to me that this player is very bad, but at the same time better than Sancho. That
Yeah.
doesn't
No,
make
he has
sense
a
to me.
right attitude. He has a right attitude. You see,
No,
the
attitude is
attitude.
not what plays football.
No,
Attitude is
attitude
not
is
what
what
plays
plays
football.
football today.
No.
Attitude is
Ask
everything. Your
ask
mentality
ask me
is
Balotelli.
everything. You
Balotelli
see, you could
Balotelli's
you,
attitude.
yes,
You can't,
that's why
talent.
he is where he is. He's
No,
playing for
Balotelli.
what? Spezia?
No, Balotelli is in his end of his career. He plays for
Yes, but do
Genoa.
you know
But
how old he is at the end of his career?
how old is he?
I'm not sure, but it could be just 31.
who? Balotelli?
Balotelli.
No, 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 no. Come on,
Balotelli
Josh.
might be around 35, bro.
No, that's too old.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
But
34 years old,
nonetheless,
Josh. He's
34.
34 years old. Yeah.
Yes, but nonetheless, you see how his career all ended almost at 25 because of the player that he was, the attitude that he carried. You can remember players like Cassano. You can remember players
Who
like,
is Casano? Who is
yeah,
Casano? Who
Cassano,
is
the player who
Casano?
played for AC Milan and Real
I know
Madrid.
him, but who is he? Bro, that guy
Cassano was
is
a talent. Cassano was a talent. He was
Josh
such a
that
has
guy was
player.
something.
one or two seasons shining, man.
No,
Josh
but
Remove
has
he
him from
was
some.
that.
that part.
Yes, you know
You
why?
cannot put him
That's the thing that
with
I'm telling
Balotelli.
you. That's the thing that I'm telling you. 1 or 2 seasons shining because of his attitude, his mentality. When you don't have the right mentality, you can have all the talent in the world, but you can never play top level football. And Jadon Sancho, he's just good enough to be handpicker in a very good team, but he can't be the guy who makes things happen for you.
A few seasons ago at Borussia Dortmund, he was the main man. if not the
Never.
second.
He cannot
No,
be.
That's
Josh, he
why,
was.
that's why I'm wondering, Josh, Josh is speaking right now,
Yeah.
trashing Nacho, and at the same
No,
Garnacho
time
Jadon Sancho.
praising him when he name Sancho.
trashed
And
Garnacho,
the
by
reason
the way.
why
No,
I
no, no, no,
mentioned
no. You
Sancho,
got me wrong. You got me wrong. I'm not trashing Ganacho. I'm telling you what Ganacho is. He is just that player. As in a player with an
Let's
inflated ego of Cristiano Ronaldo, but the
and
delivery of
skill
Sean Wright
set.
Phillips. Sean Wright Phillips. But then
Yo,
we can,
that is harsh.
because he's
yeah, that's
20
why
Yo,
years
I'm
old.
wondering.
No,
we
because he's
will come
20
back to
years
this.
old.
We
No,
will
because
come back
he's
to
20 years
Garnacho.
old. I can wait.
Okay.
Okay? I can wait
But
for
to me,
him.
I think his future is bright.
And a manager, yes, he has
He
a
just needs
really
to
bright
improve
future. I just
his
compared
end
the
product.
kid
That's
to
all.
Vinicius Junior's progression at Real Madrid. I mean,
No,
he
no,
struggled a lot
I
when he
think you
had
could have
just
chosen
come
a
in.
better, a different player, right,
No,
Aziz?
no, 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 no. That means he has okay. In my mind,
Mm.
when I look at Ganacho, he has the potential to be a star boy at a club like Vinicius Junior is. He doesn't have the same skill set, he does, but he has that attitude. He has that right mentality that can actually, if he gets one or two things right during his development, he can be that player. Whereas Sancho, no, even when Jesus is his manager, he can never be that player. He will be a player who scores a
Yo,
wonder. He will score a beauty every now and
he'll
then.
assist.
Yes, he will assist. He will do what, but a guy who tells you that I spent the night playing video games, so I'm late.
Yeah, that is by the
I
that
mean,
was
that's
very
not
weak. But
cool.
yo,
That's not cool. That's not a
let's
guy who
move on
can
to
do
Lenny
that.
Euro just in a few minutes. Lenny Euro, I think he's one of those players that I have to thank Dan Ashworth for. I don't know whether Ten Hag was involved, but I understand Lenny Euro is he's one of those projects that Ineos really scouted, and as soon as they got the shares, they brought him on. That's why they took so long. They made sure to get him on board. But yeah, he's a very good player. He had a very long um, injury, that kept him out from the preseason up to now. His first game, full debut. No, it wasn't a full debut. 62, 65 minutes was against Nottingham Forest in a game where we lost 3-2, or rather 2-3. But I think he's going to be a solid player for Man United. Still 18 years old. He's fast. He's very good when it comes to one-on-ones. Aziz, your take on Lenier in a few minutes, 2 minutes. Or is
He
it all,
reminds
or
me.
can we say not all that shines or glitters is gold?
Yeah, that's one thing I just wanted to say right now. He reminds me of he's an upgraded Wan-Bissaka, good at tackling.
Oh my god.
Come
Oh
on,
my
man.
god.
Really?
Oh my
Lenier
god.
is an
Oh my
upgrade.
god. Yo, first drop that mic. First drop that mic. I grab mine. What the heck?
Look.
Jesus.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
is not
Make
like
your point.
Look,
Robertson.
look. Let me just
By the way,
say
this
this.
guy doesn't rate Robertson, but we are going to come to Liverpool later. Yeah, yeah.
No problem. No problem. Everybody has their opinion.
Yeah, yeah.
Lenny Yoro, I just
Yo,
said
an
that
upgrade on
he's
one Bissaka. Come on, man.
Not an
look,
upgrade. He said
look,
same
just
guy.
listen to me.
Same guy.
No,
Different
Okay,
name.
listen
okay.
to
Have a
me.
go. Have a go at it.
Let me just say this. If Wan-Bissaka had the right coaching and put in the right system, he would perform.
Yeah.
Now
But he had
he
four
has scored
managers. Is it
more
four or
goals.
five
He
managers?
scored.
But he performed. He performed.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Yeah,
wondering
he
what you
performed.
guys are talking
He
about. Like,
performed at the club. He
Wan-Bissaka
was
was a
a
very good right back.
top player. Yeah, at
Yeah,
the club.
Yeah, he
That's
was a
by
very good right back. Just very unfortunate with him. Didn't have the right system. And me saying that he's an upgraded Wan-Bissaka, it's not a. I'm not throwing shades at Lenny Yoro, but his game reminds me of Wan-Bissaka. You know,
Oh
if
my
a
god.
player tries to outrun him, the legs are coming out. Yeah, he has really long
those
legs.
spider moves.
Yes, and another thing is now the system that is Amorim is playing him is the best system that can bring the best out of Lenny Yoro.
Of,
You know, having
of Wan Bissaka.
having no,
Or you
No,
saying
the
the
Lenny
three,
Euro?
the
upgraded one.
three at the back, the right-sided
Yeah,
center back.
yeah. So they're playing the three, and they're playing him at a position where I think it favors him on the right side, and
Yeah.
I think Mazraoui is also good over there, and that's why I
You
said,
think?
yeah, I think Mazraoui is best over there, the center back position on
Oh,
the
okay,
right
okay,
side.
that's better.
Yeah,
But
on
when
the
you say
right
you
side.
think, it's like you're doubt. You're not 100% sure. You don't have to be 100% sure, but it's like you're 50-50. Because
No,
I
the
believe
reason why I'm saying
Mazarawi
I
is one of
think,
our best
I
currently. He
the
suits in.
reason
He
why
slots in so well.
I said I think is because it's hard to choose between Lenny Yoro and Mazraoui in that same position. It's hard to pick. You know, you
Mm.
want Mazraoui in your team, and at the same time, you don't want to put Lenny Yoro in a disadvantaged position. You know, because Mazraoui, honestly, he has very minimal. Uh, defensive errors. He can play in any position, and that's why I said I think he can play, better over there. But um, I think having him injured from the start of the season, that is very unfortunate because by now we'd have seen what he is capable of. But he's in a new system, new manager. I hope that he can flourish with this new system, but he has the potential of being a very good defender if they're still playing the three defenders. But if they're playing the two center backs, I'm not that confident with Lenny Yoro. Let me
Oh
just be
my
honest.
God.
I'm
Oh
not
my
that
Josh,
God.
confident.
Oh my
Yeah, yeah,
God.
I'm being honest. If you ask me, a player
Yeah.
like Luis Diaz
But
can cut
it's all
him,
right. It's all
stop
right.
him.
It might take you a bit of time to understand the player that Lenny Yoro is, but you should know that Lenny Yoro we was signed from Lille, and Lenny Yoro at the time he was signed at 18 years old. He had played two whole seasons for Lille at centre back in four at the back formation, two centre backs,
But
and
honestly,
you
can
should
you
know that.
compare Lille with the Premier Leagues?
No, I am
The
just
caliber of
saying
strikers
this is the
and wingers that
valuable
come
game time.
across.
This is the valuable game time that made the player that Lenny
Yeah,
Yoro
yeah, I
is. And
understand.
Lenny Yoro is a guy who was quoted by so many clubs in Europe for his ability on the ball and comfort to play
add
under
Real Madrid
pressure.
in the mix, but because he
Real
was still under
Madrid,
contract, Real Madrid stepped
yes,
out.
yes, Real
Oh, okay,
Madrid.
no problem. Also
Re-
Anthony, a lot of teams wanted him, but Manchester decided to pay 100 million.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That
But
does not
No,
that's
well,
mean.
no,
another
when
that's
it comes
another
to
whole
Anthony's
story. Let me
case,
just
that
finish
is a
Lenny
different
Yoro
story, honestly. Okay,
before you even get into that rubbish of Anthony,
we
because
have Ahmad
that's
and
a
Kobe.
whole other
Yeah,
thing. But Lenny Yoro, Real Madrid coveted this player. Manchester United swooped in and signed this player. This player, at the time of coming to Manchester United, he was arguably the best centre back of his generation at 18 years old. Yes, give me another player, but I'll give you a minute to give me that player, but you can think him over. When it comes to Manchester United, he did get injured and stuff like that, but the skill set that he has is not anything like Wan Bissaka has. And Lenny Yoro, one, he's a player who can play the ball from the back. He can build from the back. He's very comfortable. He's tenacious. He's very aggressive. I mean, calculatively aggressive, not like Licha, but he's calculatively aggressive. He reads the game very well. He has a lot of pace on him, so he can play a high line because he can get back real quick. He has all the attributes of a top center back at just 18 years old. He's not even fully matured yet. So for
No
me,
problem.
Lenny Yoro is a top player that Manchester
To be
United
honest,
signed.
I have very, very high hopes in Lenny Euro. I think he's going
Yeah,
to be a
I,
way, way, way
I
better
hope
player.
he
I
will
he
cannot
not
wait
becomes
to
a
see him.
player
disappoint
like
you.
Kobe Meno. Kobe Meno
Yeah,
has
yeah.
become, a very crucial player in the Manchester
I'm actually
United
worried about
Yes, we
Kobe
are
Mino.
moving to Kobe Mainu next.
No, no, no.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
no,
the
no. Let's talk
position
about him.
that
Let's talk about him. I'm actually worried about Kobe Mino. He's a very good player. He had started flourishing under under Eric Ten Hag's system, but this is a new system now. This system requires legs in the midfield, real legs. It requires legs, intensity, and gas. You have to run back and come back, track and come back. Now that is my concern when it comes to Lenny Euro. Sorry, not Lenny Euro. Kobe Mino. I don't think he's very fast unless he's still a young kid. Okay, but I don't see him improving a lot when it comes to speed. When it comes to speed, I don't see him improving a lot. But the passing and all that defending, I like him. In the final third, he's very good. If he has the ball and that he can know he's good, he gives you those wonderful stunning goals. But my only problem, the legs. I don't know if he's going to, but maybe I might be disapproved otherwise with time. But of course, he's a talent to look out for.
I would say, let me just finish my point. What I was just saying on
Mm,
Euro.
okay.
I hope he becomes the player that Kobe Meno is, because
Yeah.
Kobe Meno, has stabilized himself as a crucial player in the Manchester United midfield, and it took time for people to notice. So let's put aside Lenny Yoro, give him some time, to show us what he's capable of. League A is not the same as the Premier League. Premier League, you'll come across, uh, wingers who are very skillful, very fast. Someone like Mitomo, breaking down the likes of Van Dijk, coming to Kulusevski, if you come across like those kind of players, they'll just embarrass you, you
Yes,
know.
but Aziz,
So
it does
and
not
at
take
the same
away.
time,
It
no,
does not
no,
take away
no,
your quality. Mitoma sitting down Van Dijk does not change that Van Dijk is a very good centre back.
no,
If you
no.
have
That's
the
why I'm just
qualities,
saying,
because at the
the,
moment
the
we're talking
reason why
about
I'm
Lenny
saying
Yoro's
this,
qualities
okay,
as a
the
centre
reason
back.
why I'm saying this is,
Yes.
um, you're going to concede goals. This is not the same players you're facing. It doesn't take away your qualities, but you're going to concede goals because of the quality of players you're going to be facing. Coming across the likes of Isaac. You know, Premier League has a lot of players that, coming across Mbuemo or Wissa. Every team that comes, you saw the way Delap plays for Ipswich. That guy
Ipswich.
is a complete striker. That
Yeah, he's a
guy,
proper
if
striker.
if if I was a team that needs a striker, I'll take him. I'll take
You
him
do
so
need
fast.
one. You have Nunez
No, we have Nunes. Nunes, what he
and the
does
sick
for us,
bay
I really
Jota.
like him. I really like Nunes.
So
It's
you
just
go for Liam
unfortunate
Delap.
sometimes. So no, 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 no. We have Nunes. We'll stick with him.
He's an upgrade on Nunez.
What do you mean an upgrade on Nunes?
He's a
What
better
Nunes has
player.
done?
He's a better player. He's a better finisher. He's quicker.
That's why. Why don't people
Nunez's
pay for him
issue to me,
80
by the way,
million?
I relate it to Ganacho.
Yes. Dilap.
Actually, with him, no, I'm saying Nunez's issue. He's a player, runs into
Composure.
position. His only problem is scoring goals.
No,
He's going
composure.
to
He
make
doesn't have
those
the
runs.
composure in front of the post. Thank you.
Aziz.
Sorry. I just muted by mistake.
Yeah, it's
Uh,
okay, it's okay.
I think you said it last time.
So
He just lacks composure. Composure in front of
That,
the post.
yeah, that's not a thing
Nunes.
he's going to get anytime soon. He has just showed that he's that type of
I
player. I
think
don't think
you're
it's
very
ever going to get
pessimist when it comes to players improving. You need to be
Yeah,
optimistic.
but as in
You
when
need
are
to
you
be
going to
optimistic,
improve?
giving
You've
them.
had like what 4 seasons at the club?
What do you mean 4 seasons?
How long has he been there? 3 seasons?
This is his third season.
Yes. And he still looks like he was when you got him. Actually, he was better when you got him.
A man is just 25 years old, Josh.
So what? He'll catch up at 30?
Well, he has another season.
Look,
By the way, Aziz, I'll take Jota over Nunez.
yeah,
100%.
yeah. That's why
A
I just
Dutch
said,
manager
I'm
like
wondering
Ancelotti.
now. Jota is coming
They,
back. He's back from injury.
there's no way Dutch manager like
Very good man.
Ancelotti was ever
He's a
going to
role
choose
player.
Nunez over Diogo Jota,
Who?
Anyway,
because a Dutch manager,
Hmm.
there's no way he was ever going to choose Nunez over Diogo Jota because,
Then
first of
why
all, in
was Jota
football,
fit and still playing sometimes behind Nunes?
yeah, because he has to manage him. He has to just manage him, and sometimes
Yeah,
you look
but
at
at
the
the same
games,
time,
but
he still played
the
him.
football
He still
brain,
played
the
him.
football brain is most important in those aspects of the game. But
No problem.
speaking
Let's
of
go back
Kobe
to Kobe
Mainu,
Mino.
yeah,
Let's go back
speaking
to
of
Kobe
Kobe
Mino.
Mainu, Kobe
Yeah,
Mainu
let's
is
not forget the agenda.
yeah,
You said a good point where you're very worried about him. I think you said, Isaac, you're worried about him
yeah,
that he might not be as dominant as he was with Ten
Ten
Hag's
Hag.
yeah,
system. But
because of the setup. Yeah,
I feel like he's going to once give him about at least 3 to 4 games,
Yeah.
and
that's
once
if
he's
he
familiar with the
starts. That's if
system,
he gets the nod.
yeah, he's going to
Yeah,
start.
maybe.
No, he
Let's wait
will
and see.
get the
Definitely,
Anyway,
nod.
let's wait and see.
definitely, he's going to start over Ericsson. He's going to start over Ugarte. The only person that I think Casemiro, the only reason why he's getting even the stats is because he's more experienced than all of them. That's the only reason.
Mm.
That's the only reason, and he needs experience in that midfield.
Boy, Casemiro
Um,
needs to go. I love him, but mm-mm.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah,
speaking
yeah.
of Kobe Mainu is a very talented footballer. He's just 19 years old, but the future of Manchester United in midfield is very bright with this player because he is a player that a manager
But a
must
midfield is not one
find a way
player.
to play.
Midfield, you need at least two or three.
No, but the system that we are playing under the manager, who is at least going to play for 2.5 seasons at the club,
If
is
everything
going to
goes
be
well, yeah.
with only
No,
two
you said
midfielders.
Manchester United midfield is bright. It's not bright.
Yes, yeah, it is
No,
bright.
you
See, I
say the
am
future.
saying, yeah, the future
Okay,
of Manchester United in midfield is
make
Say
it
very
Kobe
bright
Mainoo's
because of a player.
future. Don't say
Because of a
Manchester
player.
United.
No, Manchester United, because of a player like Kobe Maino. It is Manchester United's future that is bright because in midfield, when you have a player as good as Kobe Maino and you don't have to pay money for him, I mean, it's always going to be a blessing in disguise. So if Manchester United has a player as good as Kobe Maino in midfield, it does not matter who the manager is. Yes, he has just come back. He looks a bit rusty, and like
Yeah.
Isaac pointed out, he's not a fast player. I mean, lungs is sorry, running around is not his best attributes, but you don't have to be running on the football pitch to play football. You can actually bring your high intensity in a game with the different attributes that you have as a footballer. He's a guy who can carry the ball forward. He's a guy who can ghost away from tight spaces. He's a
he
guy
can
He
who
can
pass.
score
is
goals.
very energetic. He has
Yeah,
a
he can
very
score
good
goals.
pass on him. Yeah, he's very energetic. He has a good pass on him. He can actually score goals. He can contribute to the
His
attacking
work
third.
rate.
Yes, the work rate is there, but he's a bit slow. So what do? You manage the spaces that you have to cover. You just have
And
to
you,
be in a proper structure, and the manager accepts that you are his go-to guy. So if he identifies those weaknesses that you have identified, then he can deal with them better. You can have
Josh, Josh, maybe what I can add, maybe what Aziz was trying to say earlier, that he's not alone with his skill set, the way he is. Okay, with everything that you've mentioned, he's a bit slow, and you add him with someone who aligns with him, someone like Manuel Ugarte, who's fast, who can track. I think if Kobe also improves, that midfield will be standing. It will be really
exactly,
standing.
but
Actually,
when
that's
I
the
you
like the
thing I wanted
jail.
to say. I'd rather have Ugarte and Kobe Mino. That was actually in my mind, and I said, but the coach will always start Casemiro because of his experience.
no,
But
no,
if
no,
you
no.
ask me, if you ask
Eventually,
me, two
if
midfielders that will fit that like that Manchester United structure, I would say Kobe Meno and Ugarte.
Ugati.
Just
Eventually, that will be the
rough
midfield too.
everything up in the midfield. Anybody
No,
comes over there, just rough them up.
eventually
So
that is going to
Well,
be the midfield too. But
I want to see
the
that
games are
kid. I
coming
want to see
thick
Toby
and fast.
Kolaya. I want to see
The manager,
Toby Kolaya.
yeah, the manager has come in late, so many things are happening. There's so many games that are coming. He has to rotate players to keep certain players fresh and but so they can be able to play for Manchester United in the second part of the season. So he's rotating players right now. It's costing the team, but he has to do it because he believes that it is the best way to get into games with very fresh players and 100% fit players. But
Yeah.
eventually,
What?
I see Kobe Mino and Ugarte in that midfield. But
Thank you
the
so much,
frailties,
Josh. Mm. Sorry, go on.
sorry, the frailties of Kobe Mino are obvious. It is his pace and um, the large spaces that are on the pitch. You can see that clearly. He is not yet at par with the system of play. He doesn't know the positions to be and what. I saw this in the first game against Everton that he played, and he was very rusty at the time. But I know with a couple of games with a couple of games in his legs, he'll be able to do this.
Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Aziz, Josh, and Isaac. Yeah, we're still going on. And the last play, of course, Ahmad Diallo, who has been exceptional, who has been uh I don't know how to call I don't know how to how to put it right, but he's been excellent. One of the best performing players so far, him and Mazarawi. And yeah, Aziz, Ahmad Diallo in 2 minutes. The future is
um,
bright, right?
actually, Amad Diallo, I would prefer him to play in a more
Much
attacking role
advanced role.
because
Mm.
yes, because his dribbling skills are really good. Every time he dribbles, he'll either get fouled or he'll get past those players. I don't know if you've seen Arsenal
He's
games
pressing.
also.
He's pressing. The game against
Yes,
Everton,
his
he had
energy.
Gerard Brathwaite in his pocket the whole match, the whole entire match.
Yes, his energy is really good. He crosses the ball. His finishing is really good, like one of the best finishes in Manchester United, if you ask me. Um, I'd rate him at least top four finishers in Manchester United. Um,
I thought in the
yeah,
league.
he has speed. He has speed. He can play in any role that he's put into. So
Li- li- Listen to Josh poking you that he thought in the
no,
league.
no, I'll just that statement will just come in this year and come out from that year. I understand he's a Manchester, he's a Manchester,
I
Manchester
know, I
player,
know.
Manchester
Yeah,
fan. So, those kind of statements are, those Arsenal statements like, oh, Kai Havertz is like Van Persie, Kai Havertz is like Firmino, those kind of
I know. But
statements.
that is
Those,
being deluded, saying is Kai Havertz is better than Van Persie. No disrespect to
they're
Arsenal
saying
fans, but such
is like
comparisons
Van
shouldn't.
Persie, like comparing
He's
like
like
Van Persie. Oh
he's not
my
even
God,
close.
sometimes I just, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Josh,
Or
Ahmad Diallo
comparing
for you.
Saka with Salah. Oh my God,
Ahmad
people are
Diallo.
not great.
We
Ahmad
shall come
Diallo.
to that. Yeah.
Ahmad Diallo is a player that Manchester United signed from Atalanta when he was 16 years old. I think it was in 2020 or 2021. It was during Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's reign. I mean, this player always showed promise, but he had a bit of injuries at the time that he came in. Then he played a few games in the first season, but then again, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer did not trust him enough. So the player later on went on loan. And while on loan at Sunderland, he did very well. He scored about 11 goals. He was a dead ball specialist. He did everything. He was beating.
And
He actually he littered he littered that league, the championship that season
yeah, that
with
is correct.
skill.
I was going to say that.
He littered it with
Sunderland
skill.
fans were
I
crying
mean,
for him.
he
They at
did
one point they even
everything there
suggested
was to do. He was
if they
beating
could buy him.
people. He was sitting down players. sending guys to the shops. I mean, he was that type of player, but he came back to United. Eric Ten Hag trusted him. He brought him back into
Ten
the
Hag
side.
didn't trust him. Didn't
No,
trust
see,
him.
listen to me. He trusted him because
You know,
when you
we've
say he
argued
didn't
me and
trust,
Josh over that more than four
yes,
times.
yes, just hear me out. Then you can tell me
Okay.
he didn't
Okay.
trust him because me, I'm saying what I know. He trusted him. He brought him back to the club. He gave him a first nod. He actually brought him on to score a goal against Liverpool and kick them out of the FA Cup. That is a manager who didn't trust you. I mean, the game was there for the taking, and the player he chose to bring on was a player he doesn't trust. But then again, Amad Diallo got injured in that season, the season that Ganacho sprouted. Amad Diallo was dealing with so many injuries on his left knee. Every now and then he was not playing football. He was there, he was here. He had actually a very, very, very bad time psychologically because he was not playing football. Remember, come he had just come back from a loan spell, which was very successful. So he just envisioned himself playing football in that the period, but he didn't manage to do that because of the injuries that he had. But when he was fit, he came, kicked Liverpool out of the FA Cup, and we went ahead and won that one.
I see you're still dwelling on that. Let
Yeah,
me just give you a start. Let me
yeah,
just
but
give you a start.
please,
Let me just give you a start
please,
that this guy, Ten Hag, didn't give him a chance.
okay,
Amad Diallo, last 4 Premier League games, 5 assists.
yes,
Is that a player
yes.
that you want to bench? Hey,
No,
Ten
you
Hag was
don't
not there. Ten
understand.
Hag was
You
not
see,
there.
what you
Ten,
don't understand
no,
is you
no, 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 no,
expect.
no.
No, what you don't understand, it's like it's like telling me that Anslot does not like Diogo Jota. Okay?
Diego Jota was injured. No, 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 no. You can't.
Exactly, because
You
you
can't.
know this as a Liverpool fan,
No,
you
Josh, there
know
are
this
times
that he has been injured. And now wait,
the last
do
few
you know how
games.
long? Do you know how long that? Do you know how long Lenny Euro was back before he kicked a ball for Manchester United in the Premier League? If you're not a
I think
Manchester
he was
United
back.
fan, you don't care for that.
He, he was
I
back
mean, and if
approximately a month ago.
if you're a Manchester United fan who does not care too much, you will just keep saying we are conceding goals. Why is the club not play? Why isn't this manager playing Lenny Euro? Perhaps he does not like him, but there's a whole rehabilitation phase and a medical team that informs you about the
Oh
status
my
of
God.
players.
Oh my God.
Where I
You
agree
know,
with you, where social media blew it out of proportion is the time when Ten Hag was towards the end of his stay at Manchester United and looked like he had lost it. He shackled off Marcus Rashford at halftime for a mistake that we had all seen during the half of Marcus Rashford was not tracking back to help Diogo Dallo in that spell, and we conceded 2 goals from that position. So he took him off. But then again, Marcus Rashford had scored 2 goals on the other end. You understand? So he took him off for tactical reasons. You cannot blame a manager for that. And then again, he took off a player in a game and brought on Anthony when everyone thought that Amad Diallo should be the one coming on because Anthony
Yeah,
was a
Josh, I
player
remember that.
written off.
I remember. I remember. I
Exactly.
don't know which game it was,
So
but
now for
it.
that one game,
Listen, listen, listen. No, no, no,
for
Josh.
that
It
one
was
game,
around
for
three
those few
games.
minutes,
Ahmad Diallo was back from injury. He was okay. He had been cleared. He had even played some minutes. I don't know which game it was, and he provided, I think, an assist or something. Anthony comes back just like that, slots him in. Even the other game slots him in. And in one of those 2 games, again after, he brought on Amad Diallo, who excelled.
now
Who played even much way better than
Isaac,
Anthony. That's when people
Aziz,
started
please help
complaining.
us
That's
here.
when fans started
Please help us
complaining.
here. Help us
now
here
I
this
have a
season.
question for you, Josh. I
Yeah,
have a
let me just
question for
ask
you,
mine
Josh.
before I answer yours.
Okay.
I want you to help me understand. Oh, actually, no, just look up the start. How many games has Anthony played this season? How many games has Amad Diallo played under Eric Ten Hag? and Anthony under Eric Ten Hag. So ask your question.
Okay,
One
my
of the
question
reasons,
is, do you know the
yeah,
top three assisting players in the Premier League?
No.
That is Bukayo Saka,
Saka.
uh, Mohamed Salah, and then
He's
Amad
laughing
Diallo.
about Bukayo. He's laughing about Bukayo Saka.
I know why he's laughing.
No, I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing.
I
He's
know
going.
why he's
You
laughing. The
know why,
corners.
right?
I saw on TikTok the
No,
corner the corner stats.
I'm not saying nothing. The corner guy, let the corner guy be.
Okay, no problem. We can even play that song
Yo,
corner for him.
corner,
But
corner.
yeah, but one
Bayo,
thing, let me just I just ask you a question. He's the
Yeah,
number
yeah.
mm,
three assisting
Yes,
player in the Premier
yes.
League. In 2024, how many games was he injured? Was he injured in the 2024 season, like starting from August?
This season, yes.
Yeah.
Twice. One
Okay.
injury, and the other time he had an illness. He picked up from Ivory Coast when he went to play.
and Anthony
Okay.
Josh.
Anthony, I wrote off Anthony. I don't know. But I just want you to help me understand in
No.
this
You know
season.
how many assists? I just told you
Yes, I know.
five
I know
assists in
nine.
the last 4 games.
Five
You
or
know,
nine. Nine overall.
five. I'm talking about Amadialo.
Yes.
5 assists in the last 4 games
Yeah.
in the Premier League.
Yeah.
And he has only one under the time of Ten Hag.
Yes.
Only
How many
one.
minutes did he play?
Okay. Let
And
me
the
just
guy you're
confirm.
saying he favored Anthony over Madialo. How many minutes did Anthony play? Because Anthony has barely kicked a ball this season.
We see. We see. Who? Adier. While Aziz is looking for some, Adier says, "Hi Josh and Isaac, Robin Amorim, get rid of the deadwood." But yeah, he's going to do that. I can guarantee you. Although, AA asked, "Who are the deadwood?" By
The
you.
Deadwood.
Once again, thank you so much for tuning in, Josh and Isaac. Josh, yeah.
Yeah,
Before or as
Eriksen,
we wind up, as
Maguire, Lindelof, Luke Shaw. Come
Casemiro,
on, come
I'm
on.
sorry, you have to chip in. You have to add him there.
No, no, that's not
John
Ten
true.
Hag
Evans, you
should
have
be
to add him
sent to
there.
prison just because of benching Amadialo.
Yes?
He says Ten Hag should
Yeah.
go to Guantanamo Bay because of them. Listen, yeah, as we
Yeah.
wind up the Amad Diallo
I agree with you. He should
conversation,
have played more.
he joined Man United. Amad Diallo joined Man United on the 7th of January 2021 on a 5-year contract with an option to extend. And he didn't come cheaply, by the way, 19M, adding on to, with adds on that could see the fee raised to or rising to 37 million pounds. Yo, that's a lot of money. But it looks like
Atalanta is
it looks
collecting.
sorry. Yeah, Atlanta is
Atalanta is
about to
already
collect.
collecting.
Atlanta is about to collect real money. That's a good one. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. That was Aziz and Josh going over and over about Ganacho, and now about Amad Diallo. So Aziz, let's go. To me, this is the most exciting bit or segment of the stream. Is it time out for Rashford as a Man United player right now? Because we see earlier today, Roma he might be added to one of those players that could be sold if the right bid comes in. And as a Man United fan, I have nothing against Rashford. Now you're going to hear the biasness from someone, Aziz, when it
What
comes to
bias?
Rashford. Wait. As a Man United fan, I think he has done whatever he has done. I mean, at 27 years old, you're supposed to be in your prime right now. Breaking records, scoring goals, assisting, helping the team, but he cannot track back. I mean, he barely goes back to help the team when we are defending. I'm not saying he doesn't, but he barely does that. He doesn't show the energy. He doesn't show the, I don't know how to call it, the passion, whenever he's playing. Yes, he gave us, Josh, that one season, that beautiful season, the first season of Eric Ten Hag. And yes, I remember his debut scoring against Arsenal. Was it Arsenal? or Liverpool?
It was Arsenal twice.
It was Arsenal. Yeah, his debut. I remember. I remember that. So, but I feel it's time for Rashford to move on, guys. Otherwise, we are going to have a situation that we had on our hands, like Sancho. There are players like he has done
Yeah, but
everything. I celebrate him, but this is the right to me. According to me, this is the right time for
for me,
him
there
to
is no
move,
reason to
Josh.
celebrate a player who is not performing.
And
If you're
if
not
a good,
performing, why are
the
you
only
being
problem is he has a
celebrated?
very heavy contract.
Why
300,
you being and
listen,
if you
350
realize,
pounds, 300,000, 350,000 pounds a week.
but the rumor mill that you're basing or your excitement on, for me, I am not excited at all because it is never going to happen. A rumor to sell a player which
I
is
think it's
best.
not going to happen because of
Just
the
listen,
wages and because of the price right
Auntie,
now. Okay, let me listen.
that is the reason. The rumor which is based on the guy is expensive, he has high wages, so for United to clear their FFP and to be in the good books of their financial obligations, they should let go of Marcus Rashford.
I think there are other
No
players,
team is
Josh,
going
that
to
they could also
no,
buy that could
no
bring
team
some
is going
that
to
could
take
bring
that
money.
player. No team is going to take that player. Stupid people were
One,
only at Manchester United and they left.
Josh,
The Ed
one
Woodwards of
because
this world, they left. They were the
no,
ones
I'm
who could
saying the
go and
reason
buy
as
a
to
player
why.
that
Yeah, I
expensive.
know. They offered him, and I'm saying the reason as to why he's going to stay. First, he's not at his best. Second, the huge contract. You know, we have. I mean, any team that comes to buy him, they have to buy out that contract. And third, or lastly, the wages: 350,000 pounds per week.
He
That's
should
a
just
huge
agree to go
amount.
to
That's a
Saudi
lot of money.
Arabia, but he's not leaving Manchester United because Man United wants to clear their financial obligations.
For me, I
Aziz?
want him to leave Manchester because I want to be seeing Garnacho.
I know. You see, you're not even laughing. You just want us to suffer for like
Yeah,
another 4
yes.
years.
And I think
Like
he's
Yes, I
he's, he's
want
a
you
better
guys to
pass
suffer.
from the
Ganacho is
left.
like
Coming from
Ganacho
the
is like
left, as the
Ganacho
two
is
chains, I
like
think he could
younger.
do way much better than Rashford right now.
Ganacho
He's
is
younger,
like
yes, just
younger.
that is fact. Rashford is
It's
27,
like
man, like
younger
27
Rashford,
years old.
a
Yeah,
younger
27 years
Rashford.
old. No, he's actually like
Honestly,
an
for
old
me,
Rashford.
I really don't care. I really don't care if they
Yeah,
sell
I
him,
also
if they
don't
keep
care
him,
for who goes and who
because
comes in.
because he hasn't performed much.
Exactly.
He's no
So
longer a threat. And I told you he's now 27-year-old. He's now
yeah,
27 years old. You rather cash him, get that money right now from a team,
unless we
scam
are get
this,
unless he's going for
scam
free.
Chelsea back. Chelsea already
The
scammed
off-field
you with
distractions. Yo,
Mason Mount.
oh
Sell
my
to
God, there's that
Chelsea.
dead wood.
Yeah, yeah. I just see you wrote Maguire, Lindelof, surplus. So
No.
I think
Mount
you
should
should
be
add
there.
Mason Mount. Mason Mount, you
The
should add
off-field
him as well.
distraction that Rashford has is some people. I
What
mean, I had a
distraction?
go at him. But just the
I
charity
don't
things he's
know.
been in and all that stuff.
Apart from Belfast, I don't have a problem with
Okay,
Rashford going on his off day to the US and watch a basketball game.
no,
Yes,
Josh, I have
yes.
a
I
problem with
don't
a
have a
player.
That
problem
is
with
Listen,
that.
listen.
personal
Neither
for
do
Why?
him.
I. Listen,
You know.
neither. That's why I do not blame
But you have a
Casemiro going
problem
with
with
it.
him wearing
But
a
I have a
chain.
problem. Aziz, no, I don't. He can wear all the grills and bling bling he wants, but I have
Yeah.
a problem with a player who has been underperforming. He knows a new manager
Going
is in
out.
town. Listen, this a new manager is in town. The only thing any player should be focused on right now is how to impress. How am I going to impress this new manager? How am
Yeah.
I going to see myself getting onto
But
what?
they also have a
Onto that
personal life. You
onto the
need
team
to
selection.
also,
I agree.
Thank
Yes,
you
you have a
very
personal
much.
life. You have a personal life,
yeah.
but you can do some things
How do you
without going
know he
into.
was also training in the US? He might
He
Yes,
be
he
barely.
against the
was. He
team.
posted a video of him
I know, I
training.
know, I know. I saw that, and you shouldn't even post a video of you training. You shouldn't do that.
No, yo, this is not
I'm only
ATS.
saying
This
it
is
was the
like
wrong
this
timing.
is
That's
like
all
a
I'm trying to say.
modern
It
day.
wasn't the right
No,
timing.
I
It
understand.
wasn't
I
the right timing.
understand,
It
Isaac.
wasn't
By
the
the way,
right timing.
Isaac, I understand where you're coming from.
You've
Traveling,
been
many miles to, to
To
watch a
the
basketball
US.
game, to the US. I understand that he could go to maybe, travel
And
to
with the new
neighboring
manager coming
countries.
in, you've been
Yeah,
performing
yeah,
very, very
that's
poorly.
Aziz,
and it's
look
a
at it
long
this.
flight, and it's a long flight.
It's a
I
Yeah,
long
think it's
flight.
up to
Aziz,
a 12,
he had
12-hour
five
flight.
days. He had 5 days of rest. Five. They're off.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Even if it's a 12-hour flight and you have 5 days of rest, what's the issue? What's the
You
issue?
get what's the
You
issue
should
now?
have
I
Let me
mean,
tell
do
you,
that if you're going to
Aziz.
perform. Do that if you're
Aziz,
going to
let me tell
perform.
you another thing.
no,
Let me
no.
tell you another.
Honestly, even if
Look
he
at
performs
Isaac.
or
Yeah, do
doesn't
that when
perform,
you're going to
he has
perform.
the
I mean,
right
you
to
may
have
not do
Okay,
that and still
do
don't
that if you've been
perform.
performing. Let me
Yeah,
put it
but you
right.
may not do that and you
No, this
still
is
don't
just
perform.
Manchester frustrations. But if you
Yeah, you
ask
just have
me,
frustrations and
yeah, if
players
you
like
ask
Gary
me,
Neville who would
if
rather
another
hide
player,
under a desk than
yeah,
coach a football team. I mean, they would rather have stayed home. But that's who
I,
Gary
I,
Neville
I
is.
don't think I don't think people would have reacted. Manchester City fans would have reacted if Foden would have gone to maybe to go and watch a
Thank.
basketball game,
That's why I have no
because
Yes,
problem with Casemiro going.
but Foden
no,
is not performing.
because he's not performing.
He's not
He hasn't
performing.
performed. He has played I don't know how many
But
games.
because you want to make some news, so you have to make it about why did Marcus Rashford go? Let me, Aziz, let me tell you this.
I understand
What
it's not
if
the best timing. I understand it's not the
yes,
best
That's what
timing.
I'm saying. The
It's
timing was
Aziz,
off,
not the
what
best
honestly.
if
timing,
Marcus
but he
Rashford
also is entitled to a private life. That's all I'm
exactly,
just saying.
Aziz? What if Marcus Rashford, yeah, in his understanding, he was so close to the manager that has just been sacked, and maybe psychologically he's dealing with it, and he needed to go away to clear
Thank you
his
for
head.
bringing this up. Josh, earlier you said Ganacho is one of the reasons that's why Ten Hag was sacked. I can humbly say
Yeah,
this to you.
yeah.
Rashford is one of the reasons as to why
I
Ten
don't
Hag
I don't
had rather
disagree.
got
I don't
sacked.
I
He
don't
put so much
disagree.
faith in him
No,
and he
I
didn't
do not.
deliver.
No,
He didn't return the
Let me
favor.
tell you. Let me tell you. Even
no.
today,
Actually,
the
Ten
best
Hag is
attacker.
lucky if he didn't get sacked after the Liverpool win 7-0.
Yeah,
He's really lucky. For
but the
You
Manchester,
best
mean
that
in
is
the other
attacker.
below
season?
the belt.
But
Yani
the best
Manchester
attacker we
went
have
so
at Manchester
low
United is,
to keep
unfortunately,
a,
is Marcus
a
Rashford.
No, 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 no,
no,
no. Josh. Are you listening to what Josh has just said?
That's the best
Josh,
forward
maybe
we have.
we used to have, not currently.
No,
We
we
used to
have.
have.
The best
We
forward we
used to
have is
have.
Marcus Rashford.
At
I
the
told
moment,
for
you.
Manchester, yeah, I can agree.
Yes, you've been
I can
throwing
agree.
around Garnacho has been involved in this. Marcus Rashford, with all the hate around him, has had 10 goal contributions. But
no,
the guy
But
no,
is
Josh, it's
so
not the
poor.
hate.
recently,
It's not
recently,
the
He's
hate.
so
It's
poor.
because people expect
I
him to
mean,
be up there.
and
You know,
yeah,
Saka, who
the
is on the level of
inconsistency.
Messi, Saka, who
Saka
yes,
is
is on the
consistent,
level of
Josh.
Messi,
Saka is
has 15
consistent.
goal
No, you
contributions,
can.
3 pens
Josh,
and 2 goals from open play. Two
Okay,
goals.
how many players can bring those crosses? How many players can
this
score
is
those
exactly that's
penalties?
what I was going to say.
And
It's
not so
his
You
many
can't
players can
consistency.
hit a
exactly.
corner
It's
like
his
him.
consistency that keeps
Yeah,
Saka getting nods on
yeah,
the international team. It's his
yeah,
consistency that keeps him getting rather to start football games at Arsenal.
yeah.
Whereas Marcus Rashford, Josh is very inconsistent. Why people
Honestly,
complain? Why
Marcus,
That
people
is
keep calling
true.
out his name? Is
That is
because
true.
we saw what he can do. Rather, we all know what he
yes,
can do.
actually,
You remember the
Manchester
season under
United.
Eric Ten Hag? He gave
Marcus
us
Rashford
goals. He
is
gave us
Yeah,
assists.
Marcus Rashford is a player who divides opinion in the fan base, okay?
But his
For right
consistency is
reasons.
topping
Yeah.
up every now and
But
then. So,
you cannot tell me
and to
you
me, I
have a
think it's the
better
time to go.
forward at Manchester
Okay,
United than Marcus Rashford.
okay, he's the best attacker in Manchester.
Yes. Yes.
Shouldn't he be the best in the stats, also coming up
He
to the likes
should.
of
He should, but
of
that's how low that the Manchester United has fallen.
It's
That
been
our best
ongoing for
No,
four
no,
attacker
no, no.
years.
It's
is
not
a guy who
Manchester
divides
United.
opinion.
It's a players. It's a player. Like nobody's stopping you to perform. A team cannot stop you to perform. Harry Kane, they were not winning anything, but his performance was consistent.
And
Consistency.
yeah, thank you.
So
Thank
it
you.
doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if the team is not performing. You should be performing. Come in the tops of the stats. Come top assists. Come close to the goal scorers, not the likes of Tony, the likes of what do you call Ivan Tony was one of the
Ivan
top
Tony.
scorers the time before even he got banned.
He got to, yeah, before you got the ban.
Yeah, um, you know, a lot of players like what do you call um, Ollie
Brian,
Watkins, Ollie Watkins,
can you imagine
Mbuema.
he's not even mentioned anymore when it comes to getting, rather, when it comes to getting England Cups?
Yeah,
He's not
yeah,
mentioned anywhere anymore
yeah.
at all. There's there could be, one could argue. I'll give you a situation of course, the completely different players in different positions. Ben White, at some point, Ben White was delivering, and you could hear fans calling out Southgate, "Why don't you bring this defender on?" You get it? Yes, they had their own issues, but with Marcus Rashford, no one is even talking about him. And players are coming out. You saw what Ollie Watkins did on the Euro. He scored that important goal that took them to, was it to the semifinals or the finals? You know, you have kids that you have players like there's another kid, Cole Palmer. He's doing so great, and they are calling him Morgan. This player Morgan that plays for Aston Villa just got a nod.
Morgan Rogers.
Uh, yeah, Morgan Rogers just got a nod. Just got his first nod to feature and join the Three Lions. So to me, I think, and also there's also rumor that the club acknowledged his development under Ruben Amorim, but consider him definitely unsellable due to the conditions surrounding his contracts and performance. But I personally, is it the time for Rashford to step out? If the right offer comes, let him go. I wouldn't really mind at all. Let him go.
No one would mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't
No one
mind. I
would
don't mind
mind.
if he's there or he's not there. But coming to my opinion, I think you can get a lot of money if you sell him right now, rather than keeping for another 2-3 years. Nobody will want a 30-year-old attacker. You can see Liverpool are hesitating on giving Salah a new contract while he is performing.
Has it
Okay.
not
Yeah.
been
because of
done
Thank you,
yet?
Josh.
because of
Josh,
his age.
in a few minutes. Because Aziz, think that was all about Marcus Rashford. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Josh and Aziz.
No
But in a
problem.
few minutes, uh, we have matches ongoing today. Aziz, you're a Liverpool fan. You're in Italy. Sorry, you're in Spain today. Your take on the
Girona,
game.
Girona,
Genora, yeah. What did I
Honestly, I
say?
don't
Genora.
mind. I
no,
don't like.
Girona.
I want us to
It's in. Oh
face.
my God, what did I say? I said Spain. Sorry, sorry,
Yeah, no, I
sorry.
understood. I understood what you meant. Understood what you meant. But one thing I can say is I don't mind. I don't mind if we play the
Isaac, you
second
wrote
team.
Ginora.
You
It's
know,
Girona.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah, please, Aziz, go on.
I don't mind if we put our second team in place, um, because I don't want us to get injuries. We have already qualified. I can say with a draw. Um,
Yeah.
And
to
you're
the
not
to
worried
the
of the points that you get from Spain today.
yeah, a win will be good for us. Um, a win will be good for us, but I don't mind. I don't mind if things don't go our way. Uh, I want us to rest our players because, as you can see,
Uh,
now players are
you,
coming
you,
back.
you've, I even think you've already qualified. I mean,
Yeah, I know,
But a
12
second,
points, actually 15 points, top of the. We just need a draw. We just
a
need a
second
draw.
string, a second string Liverpool side will put Girona to the sword. Cody Gakpo is getting on the score sheet.
No, 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 no. Girona is not a pushover. Girona
It is a
still wants to
pushover.
qualify.
It is a pushover
Girona,
this season.
no way, no
This
way,
season
no
it
way,
is. It has
no,
not
no,
played
no, no,
well.
no
yeah,
way,
they are currently in the ninth position.
In the
no.
Currently in the
league
ninth position. Yeah,
and
yeah.
in the Champions League elimination side.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they want to, at least if they get 3 to 6 points in the next two games,
They're so poor
Actually,
this
6 points.
season. It's
If they
difficult
get
for
six
them.
points in the next
Liverpool
few
is another
games,
animal.
oh my God,
Anyhow,
our game is starting in 30 minutes.
yeah. That's why.
Really?
Anyhow,
Oh my God.
uh,
Ah,
we took so much. We shall come back for. I mean, let's wait. Let's watch and see tomorrow. We will come back with a review. Of course, Aziz, if you're available, you have more minutes so that because today we dragged
Yeah,
you
you
into
give
the
us a
chaos.
recap of the
no.
Yeah,
Liverpool.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. Honestly, I'm not too hyped about this game.
Yeah.
I don't care, honestly, if we lose. But I would like us to win this game to keep up our streak. Being top of the Champions League, being top of the Premier
Uh,
League. It's something.
this will be the first
Manchester
time.
United
This will be the first
in a
meeting
couple of
between
years, I
Ginora,
can say.
between Girona. Why do I keep calling it Ginora? This will be the first meeting between Liverpool and Girona in an European competition. Actually, Ginora has never faced an English side before, while they will be 13th in different Spanish side
We will wel- we will welcome them well.
that the Reds are facing in Europe. You're welcome.
Yeah, we will welcome them very well. Uh, Hopefully, guys. I think I will have to drop off right now. I
Thank
have
you. It's been
some
a pleasure.
urgent
It's always
business.
a pleasure. It's
cheers,
always a
bro.
Thank
pleasure.
you
Cheers,
so
bro.
much, man.
We had issue with but anyway, see you very soon. We had that issue with YouTube earlier on, but
No
see you
problem.
very
Thank you
soon.
so much,
Thank you so
guys.
much. Pleasure, Aziz.
Cheers,
Okay,
bro.
guys. Okay,
Go break a
cheers.
And
leg.
No, we won't break a leg. That is not us. That we should not be saying in football. You know.
thank you, Aziz. Thank you. Once again, thank you so much for tuning in. That was our special guest in the building today, Aziz. But yeah, the case at United is really a lot that we had to keep him confined about United. But tomorrow, if he's available, he will come back and give us a very good review of what he thinks of the game. And by the way, Liverpool has had so far they have a 100% record with in the Champions League this season. So yeah, maybe he's right. They really don't need that game, but of course, another win would really seal the game for them. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in, Josh and Isaac. Let's also prepare for the Champions League games. Real quick, Josh, if I'm to look, the UCL games tonight. Before we sign out, of course, we're looking at Dynamo Zagreb versus Celtic. Of course, Girona versus Liverpool. They all start in 30 minutes. Brest and PSV. I don't know how long PSV can hold Brest, but I'm hoping. Can hold on to Brest, but I'm hoping they really go hard, win the game. I'm
No,
hoping they really go hard and
I
win the
think
game, Josh.
I think Brest
Yeah,
will put two out.
really.
Yeah.
Are they so
Brest
much?
Brest
Are
has
they?
really been Brest has really been interesting this season. They attack with poise. To get one over Brest is really difficult.
I thought PSV was going to stretch them. Honestly, I thought PSV was going to stretch them. Maybe even score 3 goals. I don't know why you're laughing, Josh. Because I thought three goals
Or
for
PSV is going
PSV.
to stretch Brest.
Oh my God, I see 3 goals coming through. There is no way. There is
No,
no way they can hold on to it,
no,
and
Brest
they just
Brest
have to
looks
let.
Brest looks very attractive, like in the middle of the park, they are a really strong team, and at the top, they have a very good target man.
Well,
So,
Brest is falling tonight. Whatever it is, PSV is taking over. And for PSV, I'm
why
rooting
are
for
you
PSV.
laughing, man?
They have to stretch Brest. PSV has to fall tonight. 3 goals for PSV.
No, I think Brest will win this one.
Well, that's enough. Then, of course, we have Sporting Lisbon visiting Club Brugge. We have PSG visiting Salzburg. We have Bayern visiting Shakhtar Donetsk. Yeah, I think that's it. That's it for tonight. Once again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Josh and Isaac, it's been a pleasure. Thank you, whoever's been streaming with us live. Signing out. Cheers.